Hello, you're back with a single malt review as we foray once again into rum territory. Now, not too long ago, at the end of our day's filming, we decided to sample some of the Old Monk Supreme XXX Very Old Vatted Rum. And I have to say, it was by far the thing we've enjoyed the least out of everything we've reviewed lately. But
it wasn't Flash.
No. In fairness, though, it was the end of a day's filming. We had tried many drams in a row, so, well, simply put, we weren't as lucid or as clear as we could have been. So, I've since been told that Old Monk produced some entirely fine, perfectly enjoyable rum as well. So, to be fair to them, I've tracked down a small bottle of Old Monk's The Legend, which again is a very old vatted rum. It's apparently a pick of their range, to try as a bit of a comparison.
It's the head of the selection.
Literally based on the head of the founder of the distillery.
Sort of their most quality-facing product.
In both cases, it's marketed as a very old vatted rum. In both cases, it's bottled at 42.8%, and these bottles produced for sale in the UAE.
Only.
However,
so something went wrong in both cases. That truck did not make it. Anyway.
However, the Legend is apparently the cream of the crop, their finest offering.
So it's sold as. The information you can find online about this particularly illustrious rum brand is scant, to say the least. So it is entirely possible that we're about to try the exact same awful rum, and that's what you get for going back to the well on Old Monk, I suppose. And we'll learn that lesson when we come to it.
There is information on the box. It's quite sparse. I'm quoting verbatim, spirits from various raw materials which have been oak aged.
Well, let's hope it was some. I didn't put the didn't wash the colilla out of that. You go first.
Yes, I have, however, cleaned my glass after the colilla.
That would be a very interesting experience. I'm glad I smelled that coming.
Oop. There we go.
All right, take two on that one.
Well, it's good to start with a fresh glass.
So
the issues I had with the Supreme XXX rum was that it was abominably sweet, sticky, syrupy. It was like drinking vanilla essence and molasses combined.
That is just going to go on and on forever now. Another fine packaging, but anyway.
Yes. Here, though, again, it's a very strongly sweet aroma.
It's very sweet, and there's definitely still vanilla essence in there, but maybe it's just... Maybe I'm making this up, but it seems like less of a all-out assault on the vanilla essence this time.
It's possibly been more maturation,
seems
or
a bit more
different
mellow,
range of those select raw materials they used to make it.
No, I think I'd confidently say that's a bit of a drier, less mega raw vanilla and sugar nose on it than the last one.
We don't have any of the previous batch left to do a true comparison on, but that's okay.
Still dominated by vanilla and sort of brown sugar notes. Still very, very sort of two-dimensional.
Yeah, not getting much or any spice to speak of.
So it hasn't... If it's diverged at all, and we're not just imagining it, it has not diverged a very great distance from
it's causing a bit of a dissonance in my mind. Based on the aroma, it should have the consistency of treacle. It shouldn't be something which flows this freely.
Now that it kind of warms up, and some of that colilla goes away, which I didn't 100% get rid of, for full disclosure, it's beginning. The vanilla is beginning to take over again and eclipse some of the drier flavours. So I'll get into it before I'm too coloured by that opinion.
Oh, blimey, that is still very sticky and sweet. What's reminding me of, if we took, say, Karuba and distilled it down, took away all the water, just left the sweet, dark rum behind, but then somehow took that concentrated flavour, but expanded it back out to 40% ABV, this is what you would get. I know that was a terribly worded analogy.
I'd ask you, did you mean Kahlua?
I know.
No, Karuba.
Karuba, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, then I'd say you know way more about Karuba than I do. I think it's been years since I've even gone near a bottle of Karuba.
Karuba make it fine, a totally adequate 2-year-old dark rum. if you could super concentrate the flavour that has, it's quite a sweetened rum. It's very
Right, now I think I'm on board with the analogy.
Condense it right down, but then somehow
If you
keep
turned,
it that flavour
if you turned
strength.
Karuba into an essence.
Yeah, but then blew it back up to just over 40% ABV while retaining that same concentration of flavour. That's what's going on here. It's full of the super sweet, almost sickly sweet vanilla.
I think it's a bit less invasive than the old monk, but not a great deal. It still tastes mostly like, and this may be a bit of a New Zealand thing. We're kind of we're in an interesting place in that we're kind of a backwater as far as the international global community goes, spirits wise. We're also and don't take this that it follows through into other aspects of society, but in terms of making your own booze, we're very, very liberal. As long as you don't start taking the mickey and like selling it out the back of your house or on the street or something, you can basically do what you like with
home brewing, home distilling, all perfectly legal here.
And even home distilling, which is a big no-no in the US. That's quite tightly regulated. You need to get permits and all sorts of stuff. Here you can just have a go with whatever, and people do. And there are shops, seedy little enterprises, which sell flavourings for people that like to make their sort of bulk vodka-y stuff and put flavourings in it. And I quite like them because of the funny little names they gin up, because they're all they're kind of takeoffs of other things. So there's like Billy Strider in a very indicative, red framed thing. Billy Strider's Scotch whiskey flavouring, and there's a certain artistry to the imagination used in knocking off these famous brands. I think there is actually there's a Karuba one as well, but I forget what the pun is. But it's no doubt that this is supposed to be knocking off, Karuba rum. And this strikes me as rum flavouring.
Yeah.
This sort of damn close to artificial tasting. Like this started its life as, and I think it didn't. I mean, it states that it went into a barrel at some point, so it probably did. But it's near as damn it tastes a lot like someone made this as a stock spirit and flavoured it to be a rum.
It is like something you'd use in baking if you wanted some rum icing or something to that set. So yeah,
I still think it's better than the old vatted though.
Yeah, they're both old vatted. That's the thing. They're both, in fact, very old vatted. The only difference I can tell is in the name. This is the Supreme Triple X rum versus simply the Legend. But the Legend is winning out for me. This is more drinkable. It didn't make me immediately gag upon that first sip like the other one did.
It's less weirdly loud in the way it comes across, and it's less just aggressively artificial. It's just a little bit more genuinely rummy. That is not to say that it is a super high quality product. No. It is not. And I think our scores will probably reflect that. But it's better than the other one. So there you go. It's gone in the right direction. And it is still, finest offering though it may be, just flat out way cheaper than any other rum. Even budget rums. So they certainly have one thing, and that's a price point that they leverage to the fullest. You can get a litre of this for bugger all, basically. At least in our market. The scores for this, I can't quite remember what my score was for the last one, because it was kind of at that point in the afternoon, and we'd worked, as they say, extremely hard.
I have to say, as of this filming, we're not sure if we're going to combine both of these into a single video, or if these are in fact going to be two separate offerings where...
Well, who knows? I haven't even reviewed that footage. I don't know how much of a winner that one was, but scores for this one. This one, I think, in defiance of the last one, this is eking its way into the 60s.
Wow.
This gets a 62 for me. I actually, there are aspects of this I can, with a straight face, enjoy. What do you think?
It is sweet and syrupy. It's got more good going on than bad. So for me, that elevates it to a 55, which I believe is a full 10 points above the score I gave to its predecessor.
Yeah, I've forgotten just how bad that one was. Maybe that was dire. the other one.
Yeah.
It was really dire.
It was, and even taking into account that it was our end of the day, we had tried at least 6 different spirits before that, so that's going to cloud our perceptions and our immediate responses on camera.
So, Old Monk Legend,
yeah,
only a bit dire. And
I still do believe that Old Monk produced some very, very good serviceable rums, possibly in their more standard range, perhaps.
I don't know.
That's what I'm told by people I know, trust, like.
We'll get there one day.
Yeah.
We'll get there one day. We can go back to the well at some point.
So far, it just seems that it's only the very old, extra special Old Monk rums which have been available in our market. So we'll need to hunt around and find the more entry level, less aged, less tweaked offerings. Maybe they are. Could be some.
We'll have to go deeper.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's will be a future episode. This has been the Single Malt Review. I hope that was. I suspect that wasn't relevant to a great many people because I don't think our viewership probably is great drinkers of anything Old Monk produces. But I hope it was, in that case, entertaining, which is, I like to think it's at least half of what we do because we're not... we don't get paid, so...
So it would be a shame if we only ever tried things that we enjoyed, which are of the finest quality.
I know. It gets a bit exhausting only trying good things. You've got to just let it all hang out and give a bad score.
And try things you simply don't enjoy.
Yeah, Old Monk got you back there. Anyway, Slanger.